Have you ever felt lost inside your own head? Or felt down or depressed, but had no idea why? Or blamed yourself for everything, even tiny things? What David Burns says in his book Feeling Good will make you see your feelings in a way you probably never thought of before. He says your emotions don't always come from reality. They come from how you think about reality. In short, your feelings listen to your thoughts. So if you want to feel right, you've got to think right. And to think right, you need to understand how your brain creates these feelings in the first place. Let's dive inside the mind and see what's really going on. 1. Feelings aren't reality. Burns says, what you feel isn't always proof of what's really happening. Feelings aren't a camera that records the world. They're the result that comes out after your thoughts filter what happened. For example, if your friend doesn't answer your call, your brain might jump to, he's ignoring me on purpose. Then you feel hurt. But if you stop and think, maybe he's asleep, busy, or just forgot, you'll notice your feeling changes instantly. The situation is the same, but every interpretation creates a different emotion. It's not the event that makes you feel something, it's the meaning you give it. The event itself is neutral, but your brain paints it with color, and your feelings believe that color. So before you believe your emotion, check the story your mind is telling you, because a lot of the time, that story is wrong from the start.
2. Automatic thoughts. Faster than awareness. Now that we know interpretation creates emotion, who creates that interpretation? Answer: automatic thoughts. They're the quick thoughts that fly through your mind before you even notice them. Like when you mess up at work and your brain says right away, I'm so stupid. That one line is enough to throw you into frustration in a second. But if you pause and say, I made a mistake, but I'll learn from it, your whole feeling changes. These automatic thoughts are like a hidden conductor running the show from backstage. You can't see him, but he controls everything. Burns calls them the first spark of negative feelings. If you let them go, they'll light up a fire of anxiety and sadness. But if you catch them early, you can stop the fire before it starts. 3. Feelings aren't facts. They're messages. The mistake is thinking your feelings are proof. Like when you feel guilty, you say, I'm a bad person. Or when you feel anxious, you say, something bad is about to happen. You treat feelings like hard evidence. But the truth is, feelings are messages, not verdicts. They're saying, something needs your attention, not you're wrong. Guilt might mean you need to fix something, not that you're evil. Fear might mean you should prepare, not that you'll fail. Anxiety might mean you need to rest, not that your life's falling apart. Feelings are like traffic lights. If it's red, stop, but don't stay there forever. Take the message, understand it, and then move right. Ask yourself, what is this feeling trying to tell me? Your emotions are signals. You just need to translate them right. 4. Cognitive distortions. Thoughts that twist reality. Burns says your brain sometimes plays tricks on you. It makes you see the world through a messed up lens, a lens that makes bad things look huge and good things look small. These are called cognitive distortions, and they're the main reason your feelings can seem real when they're not. Here are the most common ones. All or nothing thinking, black and white thinking. You're either a winner or a loser, success or failure. Like a student who gets 90% and only thinks about the 10% they missed. Result: no matter what, they feel like a failure. Overgeneralization. One mistake means, I always fail. Late once means, I'm always late. Rejected once means, no one will ever accept me. Your brain turns one moment into a life rule. Discounting the positive. Even when you succeed, you say, that was just luck, or it's not a big achievement. Like getting promoted and saying, there probably wasn't anyone else applying. Your mind refuses to see the good, as if it's fighting against itself. Mind reading. You assume you know what people are thinking. They think I'm boring. She looked at me weird. She must be mad. Truth is, none of us can read minds. They're just guesses you believe. Negative prediction. Fortune telling. You imagine the worst before anything even happens. I'll mess up the interview. They won't like my work. You stress yourself out before anything is real. Burns says, Negative imagination creates very real emotions out of nothing. Magnification and minimization. You blow small mistakes out of proportion and shrink big wins into nothing. Like saying, I ruined the whole thing because I forgot one line. Or, that's not an achievement. Anyone could do that. Result, you always feel less than you are. Must statements. I must be perfect. I must never make mistakes. Everyone must like me. Those musts only create frustration. You're human, not a robot. When you slip up, your inner critic attacks hard.
Labeling. You call yourself one bad word and make that your identity.
I'm stupid. I'm a loser. I'm a bad person. Instead of saying, I made a mistake, you say, I always mess up. This one is the most dangerous. It destroys self-respect. Personalization. You blame yourself for everything around you. Someone's upset? It's my fault. Work didn't go well? I failed, even when it's got nothing to do with you. Your mind makes you the center of every problem. The danger with these distortions is that your brain repeats them until they feel like facts. You start judging yourself through a broken lens. But once you notice that lens and see things clearly, everything changes.
Now we get it. Our thoughts can mess with reality and make fake feelings feel totally real, even when they're based on wrong ideas. But the big question is, how do we break that loop and take charge of our mind instead of it running the show? We'll see that in part 2 of the video, where we'll go step by step through how to stop negative thinking and actually feel balanced for real, using the same practical method that's helped tons of people beat depression and anxiety. Don't miss the next part. It's not just talk. It's a way that can seriously change your life. See you next time.